all the new releases coming out of Baselworld, the Bulgari Octo Finissimo Chronograph GMT Automatic was one that I wanted to review right away. The thing is, ultra-thin chronographs are something that you just don't see every day. They're exceedingly hard to make. This automatic chronograph measures just 6.9 millimeters thick, and the caliber BVL 318 inside measures 3.3 millimeters. This is the thinnest mechanical chronograph caliber ever, despite having automatic winding. It takes this record from the manually wound caliber 1180 of FPGA, which came out way back in 1987 at 3.95 millimeters thick. As you can see, there isn't a conventional full rotor in the BVL 318. Instead, a peripheral rotor keeps it fully wound. And this watch isn't just a chronograph either, it's a GMT, which makes it a fantastic travel companion. You set the home time in the 24-hour subdial on the right by turning the crown. Setting the local time in 1-hour increments is as easy as pushing the button on the left-hand side of the case. If I'm in New York and I'm going to Geneva, 6 clicks gets it done. The movement may be flat, but it's quite wide at 37.2 millimeters in diameter, and it seems that Bulgari probably had to do this in order to make it so flat. At any rate, it fills out the back of the case nicely. I don't think I'd want a smaller movement in this watch. Sometimes ultra-thin watches are so pared down and so minimalist as to look plain, but despite its record-breaking proportions, I don't think this is a watch that anyone would call boring. Look at the faceted angularity of the case. There's a tremendous depth to it. It has a stacked architectural quality that one would expect from a watch that was much thicker. Viewing the case from an angle, I'm reminded of Art Deco buildings in the Manhattan skyline. The whole thing, dial, case, bracelet, is matte gray, but the watch is legible thanks to its glossy hands, markers, and numerals. The dial imparts a lot of information, but it's spread out and totally uncluttered, which makes reading the time, the GMT, and the chronograph really easy. The wearability of this watch came as a real surprise to me. It's super lightweight, but because of the large surface area created by the case and bracelet, it's incredibly stable on the wrist. After a few hours of wearing it, I totally forgot I had it on. The integrated bracelet is one of the absolute best I've ever come across. It is so light and comfortable, and it fits the aesthetic of the case to a T. If your vision of a high-end watch is one of precious metals and reassuring heft, this watch is going to surprise you quite a bit. The Bulgari Octo Finissimo Chronograph GMT Automatic is a watch that I could see appealing to people from a few different sectors. There are those who are going to come to it from the luxury angle, buying it on the strength of the Bulgari brand name. There are others who will appreciate it for the design side of things. And then of course, there are those who will come to it from an horological standpoint. This is a serious horological achievement after all, and at $17,600, while it may not be cheap, it does feel like a great value proposition. You get a travel watch chronograph in an original design, all at record-breaking proportions.